Hey, line for line, ain't no comp in this rap neither.
You waiting line for line, they keep doing numbers. I gave them the game, trust we lit for the summer. Got doctors and artists and athletic speakers. Come learn from my come up, I'm better than people. I'm in love with the grind, I'm in love with the culture. Do this for the fam, do this for Kenosha. You know I got you, Kenosha. If you got the vision, then come a little closer. Let's get it together, line for line with the soldiers. I'm in love with the grind, I'm in love with the culture. Do this for the fam, do this for...
All right, and just like that, we're back in another episode of Line for Line. I have two very special gentlemen in the building. I'll let them introduce themselves to the world.
I'm Coji Campbell, state champ, high school state champ.
And I'm Cherry Campbell, his father.
Yes, sir. And what high school is it that you go to, sir?
Kenosha St. Joseph.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get ready to start, just tell us a little bit about you, gentlemen.
I'm 15, wrestling for 10 years, finally had a state champ. Been doing this for the longest I can remember. My dad here with me, been helping me through this, and now I'm just living it up.
Yes, sir. What about you, young man? Go ahead, tell us a little bit about you.
I've been around here since 10 speed and tennis shoes, man.
That sounds like back in the day right there, man.
Yeah. And I don't know, man, it's been a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me and this dude, we've been coming across it, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. I mean, back and forth across the country, training every day, trying to get to where he at right now. You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose was to get a state title.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Just get one first.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never gonna hear me say he's gonna be a fourth-time state champion. Why? Because you gotta get one at a time.
Yes, sir.
If you can't get the first one, you can't get the other three and call yourself a full-time.
Yeah.
So.
And you're only a freshman now, right?
Yes.
Man, that makes it seem like the future is bright since you already got the one by freshman year. Mm-hmm. But I think as we get ready to get started this episode, the world just wants to know, what does it take to raise not one, but two stellar athletes when it comes to wrestling or football or whatever the case is?
A lot of patience, a lot of time, a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really look at the money part of it because that's like, if you get caught up on the money part of it, you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Worried about where I'm gonna get this, where I'm gonna get that. Worried about this expensive workout equipment, these expensive shoes, expensive clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't none of that gonna help you perform better. You gotta find you a good blueprint and you execute. Execution and consistency, man, it gets you wherever you gotta go, especially in this sport. If you're not consistent in this one, somebody gonna show you that was consistent. Oh yeah, they'll show you every weekend you go out there, show you, and they'll drag you from one end of that mat to the other end. You know, and you either gonna reevaluate your situation, go back in and get it right, or you're gonna do something else. You're gonna find something else to do. You know, basketball and wrestling at the same time. It might be best to go to basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, did you wrestle yourself as well too, or no?
I wrestled, but I didn't have the opportunities that he did. Back when I wrestled, you know, we didn't know nothing about these academies and these clubs. They had them. We just didn't know nothing about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had to have money, especially back then. You know, nowadays, adjustments can be made for you, certain people to be able to get into those type of environments.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, there wasn't no adjustments made. Them people wanted their money, and you was gonna pay it, or you wasn't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times, even if you had the money, if you didn't have the right criteria, you wasn't gonna be up in there. You might live on the wrong side of town. You know what I'm saying? You might stay on the north side, and they'll tell you, "Oh no, man, if you don't stay on the south side, you can't compete here." You know what I'm saying? It's just that political.
Nice.
That political.
Nice. Now, for you, young man, just tell us a little bit about what it's like to come under this young man right here.
It's legendary. I've heard all these stories about my dad, about him doing these oh so great things, and it's just like, wow, this is my dad. And now he's like training me and grooming me to be great, and it's amazing.
Yeah. What would you say the most interesting part about being trained by your dad would be?
Him being so patient with me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, when you say patience, what is it that you say that makes you say you have to be patient with it? Obviously, we know everything takes time, but for patience, what does it mean to you?
It's gonna be a lot of losing.
No way.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of losing. I don't care what sport you start out with. There's gonna be a lot of losing. To the point that when you're spending money and you're losing, man, look, you have to have patience.
Yeah.
You have to, you know what I'm saying? Or you'll run away from every sport. If you say you lose your mind over, say we go somewhere, we drive 20 hours to get one way to get to a place, and he go out there and he lose both matches back to back, double elimination. He lose both matches back to back. I've seen this drive people crazy.
Yeah.
Because you got to go back home now. Took you 28 hours to get there. Took you 2 hours to be able to have to go back. When you're supposed to be there for 2 or 3 days, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you have to have patience, man, because if you don't, you'll ruin your relationship with your kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, back in your day, you were the highly touted fighter, the boxing legend, What would you say that you took from boxing and the training that you implemented into your kids?
I'm going to start with what my problem was first.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell you what my problem was first. I want a lot of kids to listen to this. I wasn't dedicated, extremely talented. I wasn't afraid of nothing. Just couldn't separate this, that, and other. You was either going to train and be great, or you was going to train, look good, and kind of float it out. I love to look good. I love the spotlight. That's what affected my training. And I got the results I got, you know what I'm saying? And I've lost a couple fights. A couple fights I know I should have lost. I didn't lose because somebody just beat me. One guy beat me. And that was a UFC fight. He beat me up pretty good. He beat me up pretty good. That was the last time I fought. I think I had been in my mid-30s. And he beat me up pretty good. I was giving up about 30 pounds, but, wouldn't nobody fight the dude. And, why not? Let's do it. Last one. He put it on me pretty good. So I backed about that. That's a young man sport, man. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But as far as the boxing wise, didn't nobody want to. It's pretty much the same thing with him. They don't normally want to come wrestle him. They talk. They don't normally want to wrestle. Why? Because they see the work and they know that they didn't put the work in. Hey, can't get no credit, man. You talking about credit? This is the only kid I know. You ain't never seen him lose his head during a match. You ain't never seen him disqualified out of a match. You ain't never seen him red flag to be like, oh no, we don't want him here. Respectful to his opponents, to his refs. You wouldn't believe how some of these kids is. We had a kid this past weekend, the kid that beat him in the finals. He walked up to him after the match, told him a good match. The kid told him F you and walked off on him.
Nah.
These are kids, man.
Oh, wow.
These are kids, but this is the training and coaching that they get from their parents. See, mine, no, I wouldn't play that. I don't care if that dude drug you from one end of the mat to the other. You go up there, you shake his hand, you tell him good match. And that's just how it is. But don't get me wrong. We gonna be to see you again. Oh yeah, we going back to the lab. We gonna get it right, and we come back to holler at you. And, I mean, we've done this his whole career. Can't nobody say we've ever put a black eye in the game. I've been coached on so many national floors. I've coached on the Tulsa floors, the Reno floors. I've coached on all of them. The only ones I really haven't been on, I have never been on the Super 32, which is big time. You got to have your stuff right to go out there. But we've trapped, just me and this dude. We jump in that car, we drive 15 hours one way and 15 hours back.
Oh, wow.
That's just a short trip. We didn't drove to Reno. We didn't drove to Arizona.
You talking about days on the end in the car right there?
Atlantic City, Jersey. Man, we've driven and flew some ever, but there's a reason behind that. If you sit in this backyard, say your daughter play basketball, right? And you sit in this backyard and you just play basketball. You might think she cold. There might be some people around you that think she cold. But the first time you take her out of state and she get drugged, you're going to wonder why. I'm going to tell you why. You have to give them different looks. Everybody, 3/4 of the people around your area, they don't train like this. They frown on it. They always think it's a catch to it. Oh, he's got to be doing this. That kid's got to be miserable. Kid can't be happy. It's 24 hours in a day. You only see what I show you. You see the videos, but you only see what I show you. 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes at night. You on a game, you can stay on that game 4 or 5 hours straight, not even take a bathroom break. But you can't give me 45 minutes and be content with that and be happy that you gave it? That's kind of selfish. And if you don't teach your kid that, they ain't going to never know it. If you don't tell them, they ain't going to never know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, what would you say your pre-match rituals are? What is it that's going through your head before you get ready to get on that mat?
Really, I just have my music blasting. I'll get a good game plan going, get my feet moving, warming up, get loose. Make sure I always get a good sweat going before my match. Never go out in a match cold. That's how you get beat.
Really?
That's how you get beat.
Wow. What can we find in your headphones before your match?
Ooh, it's a bit of mix of everything depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah.
Before my state finals match, I was listening to Chef G.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What you know about Chef G? Oh my God, that's like my group right there.
I know absolutely nothing.
Really? What can we find in your headphones, Pops?
DMX, some Scarface, some Jay-Z.
You don't know about Scarface?
What?
Houston's finest? What do you know about Scarface?
You go watch my Facebook page, you're going to always hear some Scarface.
Yeah.
Always.
Across the tracks down there in H-Town.
You know it,
Okay,
baby. You
I see you. Now, I was looking up a little bit about you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it 45-1 that you are right now? Because I was looking at the ranks.
Oh, talking about on the track wrestling? 45-1.
45-1. What all goes into that 45-1? Because that's a huge deficit to only have lost one.
No, that's just out of the last year.
Yeah.
Okay, out of the last year. Okay.
That track wrestling record reflects your record out of the last year. And he took a loss, Greco?
Yeah, Greco.
Northern qualifier last year at Greco to a great kid out of Minnesota named Parker Linden. I mean, a beast. You know, and they've been battling it out for the last 2 years, I want to say. So, yeah, that's the only one.
What was going through your guys' mind when you do get that loss?
I mean, really, I want to get the match back right away. But I know I'm going to have to have a better game plan, and I'm going to have to work harder.
How about you as the coach, the master, everything else?
I ain't gonna lie to you. We take a loss. We coming. I don't care how far it is. We coming back. That kid we just talking about. We chased him. We chased him from South Dakota, North Dakota, to Iowa. And somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got to get them. We got to get you. But that's what you want. If you take a loss like that from a dude like that, and you be like, "Well, it's a good drive. Don't worry about it. You did your best," and you don't go back to the lab, the next time you lose, it'll be somebody lesser.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can't. You got to go back and get that lick.
Yeah. Now, I did see that you brought the trophy. Can you please place that on the table for the people at home to see this?
Okay.
Just tell us a little bit about what goes into that, young man.
This particular trophy right here is, this is Reno.
Yeah.
Reno. Now, this is part of the World of Wrestling World Series. In order to go get you one of these, you got to be somebody. You got to put in work. Anybody to tell you it's considered the toughest tournament in the world. So if you got some egos at the house, that means you're heading in the right direction. If you got a Super 32, I think Super 32 is probably I think they're running right neck and neck with toughness-wise. But if you got either one of those, you're headed in the right direction. You can go get you a state title, high school title. You know what I'm saying? You're headed in the right direction. And I want to say the first couple of times we went down to this place. Meat grinder, man. Meat grinder. It always it's humbling. It lets you know that, man, you're not training. These dudes are really training. These kids come out of Jersey, PA, Minnesota, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma. I always gotta say Texas because of the Whitted boys out there. You know, Donnie Whitted, is a monster coach, black guy. He's from Chicago. I think his dad is the original founder of Harvey Twisters, right? Yeah, Harvey Twisters, and he relocated out to Texas, and he's been building some big things out there. There's a couple more places, man, I could name, but if you ain't got your stuff right, they will let you have it. So to be able to go get these, oh man, anybody you find one of those in their house, they put in work to go get it. It wasn't given to them at all, and you ain't gonna find many around here.
I think a lot of people want to know too, why wrestling? Why was that the sport you guys chose to get into?
Well,
hold on, I'll tell a quick story.
Tell it.
I'll tell a quick story real quick.
You tell it.
So I was about 4 years old, right? My brother wrestled. My brother wrestled in high school, and my dad and him were leaving to go to a tournament, and I was just sitting there crying.
Did you want to go with?
During the blizzard. During the blizzard.
During the blizzard?
In December.
Oh wow!
It was a 2-day high school tournament.
And my mom didn't want me to go, and my dad was like, you know what? Pack your stuff, bring them with. Got to the tournament, got ready for my brother to wrestle. I sat right down next to the coach. Right next to the coach. 2 days. 2-day tournament.
We sat down there, cross-leg, eagle, just like this.
Oh wow!
2 days. And I remember Coach Grover, great guy, Red Devil, Bradford Red Devils head coach.
I know Coach Grover.
He said, hey man, you got another one.
Oh really?
That's what he told me. He said, you got another one. I said, no. I didn't want him to wrestle.
Really?
I wanted him to play basketball. I don't know if you know, I am originally, you hear a lot of people say that's they can't folk and this and that. I'm Nick Van Axel's first cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mom's older sister's son. And I always wanted to play that ball.
Yeah.
And I felt like if he played basketball, I feel like he can go just as far as he did. But he wanted that wrestling.
Oh wow! So you want okay?
He wanted that wrestling. I didn't get a chance to go through. My other son, Cherry Jr., was a beast.
I know. I went to school with him. Yep.
But he didn't start. I didn't realize. Like I told you, I didn't realize that they had all these clubs and academies and stuff back then. So Cherry didn't start wrestling until he was in 6th grade.
Oh wow!
Opposed to him wrestling starting when he was in preschool, pre-K.
Mm-hmm.
So Cherry got his recognition through the hard work that you see him doing. But technical-wise, wrestling-wise, he just was 5 years behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't make that mistake with him because it's going to be a painful mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, first 2 years in a row, oh, man, they gave him the works.
Oh really?
Oh, they gave him the works.
Even though he's sitting here before us as a state champ.
They gave him the works, man.
No way.
Oh, and they gave us the works, snarled at us, turned their nose up.
No.
Oh, man. I'm talking, man. It's amazing that we're still like we are right now. We could be over-aggressive with this.
Mm-hmm.
We could walk out, poke our chest out, snub nose, and 95% of the time, we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But first time they lose, we lose. They're going to let you know it. That's why we stay away from that. We're going to win and lose the same way. Humbly, respectfully, with plenty of sportsmanship. But when we come back, we expect the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bark, snarl, cuss, and oh, it's all you guys do is this and that. Ooh, come on, man, calm down, Chief.
Yeah.
Come on, calm down, man. You have a Sprite, man. Come on, just chill. We took ours. We took our lumps.
Mm-hmm.
We're back in the lab, got it right.
Yes, sir. What would you say the most toughest part about this has been, about this journey?
Ooh.
The politics.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Dealing with other people besides outside of the wrestling part.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of situations that we've ended up de-escalating because of just us being cool people.
Mm-hmm.
We could have added on to the situation and made more bad blood with everyone, but instead we're like, no, we'll chill out, cool it. We'll let you think what you think. We'll think what I think, and we'll see whose game plan comes out better. And as you see,
a lot of doubters.
Yeah.
Oh, especially for this coming into this season.
Yeah.
Man, there's some folks out there right now eating crow pie.
But he's a state champ. There was doubt.
They didn't want him to win.
No way.
They didn't want him to win.
What?
Let me tell you something. If they can't put their label on it, they gonna pray to the Almighty gods. I hope he lose. I hope he lose.
Oh wow.
I hope he don't get there.
Even though he's just a kid.
Oh, just a kid, man.
Come on.
You wouldn't believe.
He's a kid.
This is politics. These are politics now. These are politics, and you would not believe it. Oh man, they'll find everything to talk about, but his great sportsmanship, his great attitude, his great approach to school, but they'll find, oh man, he's look at his hair. His hair's too long.
Look at the socks he's wearing.
Look at the socks he's got on. His socks are too bright.
Nah.
He's got 2 knee pads on. One's got a star on it. Oh.
What?
I got a quick one for you. He wears his pink socks. Now, I got a friend who stays up north, good friend of mine. I mean, great friend, mentally, physically, and financially supported us through the years. And his wife caught cancer.
Oh no.
And I remember sitting him down telling him about it because like he never really had a big discussion about stuff like that. And, it was kind of spooky. You know what I'm saying? It was real scary because I had a lot of love for this family and this particular lady. And he started wearing the pink. He said, man, I'm going to start wearing these pink socks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say her name, for her fight. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up beating it.
Oh.
She ended up beating it. She ended up coming out back strong again. She came, like I said, I'm not going to say her name, but she came out this past weekend because her son wrestled. And it's the first time I really got a chance to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's beating it, oh my God. I mean, it was like, it was a great feeling, man.
Yeah.
It was a great feeling to know that you could overcome something like that. Like I tell man, if she can overcome something like that, you can overcome anything. anything, man.
Anything that you put your mind to,
Anything you put your
anything
mind
that
to,
God
man.
allows you to do, you can do it.
He's always first.
Yes, sir.
If you're not putting God first, man, everything you got gonna fail.
Yep.
Everything.
Because God is everything. People say
That's right.
God is everything.
Everything.
He is everything for
That's
me,
right.
you know,
That's
and
right.
that's just for me. I'm not passing that to make sure everyone else follow God, but that's just me. He's
Yeah.
everything.
Well, to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But with us, that's who come first.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll forever bless you. Keep it right. Keep a righteous heart. I tell him, always keep a righteous heart. If you got anything in you, make sure you're good. I'll wear you bad.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't, you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is. You're going to pay for it. I'm telling you.
Yes,
And you hear
sir.
me talking, man. It's a lot of this. You hear me talk. This is generations and generations of Campbell you hear coming out of me.
Mm-hmm.
From my daddies to my uncles to my grandfathers. You know, I mean, a long line of thoroughbred individuals. Women and men. All Campbells, Clarys, Pickett's. You wouldn't believe, man, this... A lot of this stuff that comes through me, it ain't just coming through me, man. This is, like I said, generational blood that just comes out and speaks, man. And we official with it, you know what I'm saying? We try to be cool with everybody. We don't want no problems. Try to inspire everybody. You can't, it'd be so easy for me to be like, whatever, do y'all thing.
Yeah.
And hide what we do. Keep it to ourselves. Try to encourage everybody. How many people we've invited over the years to come work with us?
Tons.
Tons. I ain't never asked nobody for no money. I ain't got none.
What you mean?
I ain't got none.
Come on,
I ain't got none, fam.
It's not funny, just funny when you said it.
And I don't ask these people for no money. But I do anything to help anybody's child strive for greatness. And at the end of the day, you always see what's left.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't commit.
Yeah.
Everybody can't commit to consistency. And that's where it comes in. If you can't, because I'm not telling you our program's the best. It's not. I've never said that. I've never once said, "Oh man, I got the best blueprint. I got the best program. Oh man, what y'all got going on is whack." I did say be consistent. If you got a good program and you be consistent with it, you'll get the same results. You ain't got to follow me. I didn't ask you to follow me, but be consistent. That part you're gonna have to follow.
Yes, sir.
Or you ain't gonna get it.
As we get ready to close out this amazing episode, there are a couple questions I want to ask for you, for the both of you. For that young man who's aspiring to be the next wrestler, the next great thing, what piece of advice would you give him?
Ooh, stick to it. No matter, let's say you had a great day at a tournament. You wake up the next day. This is how I personally think about it. I won state this year. But I know how a loser thinks. I know how someone who I've beaten thinks. They're going to want to come back and get that match because that's how I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to train twice as hard because I want it so I can stay on top. That's why we talk about consistency, patience, and just keep building on brick by brick. That's what I got.
Yes, sir. Now, for the OG's perspective, who's done it time and time again and seen it from generation to generation.
I want to send a shout out to Coach real quick. Coach Derek Noble and his son Kyrie Noble. Now, he had 5 months off.
Oh, wow.
Before the season started.
Was it from COVID? Because of COVID?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just weren't we weren't training with anybody, and he was playing football. First year high school, so it kind of put us behind the ball. All summer, football. Fall, went deep into the playoffs, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Football. So when we come into the wrestling season, it's like we're scrambling. We're not supposed to win state because of so much time off. We're used to training year round. If we'd have trained that amount of time, it would have been a massacre. But we didn't get a chance to do that. Hence come in Coach Noble and his son, Kyrie Noble. Coach Noble called me and we put together a plan, man. I mean, we put together an excellent. Coach Noble is the head coach of Tulsa Wrestling Academy down in Illinois.
Okay.
When I tell you this brother is amazing with what he does with these kids and his insight on wrestling as a whole. And he helped me put together some extras to go off into this blueprint. And every weekend I take him down to Illinois to his son at the Tulsa training facility. And they add. If I don't do this, he doesn't win state. So I got to send a shout out to Coach Noble, his son, Kyrie, the Noble clan, the Noble household. I want to send a shout out to Coach Oscar Ramos and his son, Sully, because we spent a lot of nights in the dungeon with him and his boy drilling.
Nice.
Got to have good wrestling partners, man. If you're gonna go do anything with this sport, got to have good wrestling partners. They were key to it in this chase. Lenny Kaiser opened up a little spot over here in Kenosha. We call it the Dungeon. Matted it out, immaculate place. Gave us a place to come instead of having to go out of town. You know what I'm saying? An hour one way, an hour the other, to be able to get some real good mat time, man. Got us in a huge shout out to him. Shout out to the St. Joe's Catholic School. It's a great school, man. Mm-hmm. Great structure. I love that.
I know a couple people from St. Joe's, nothing but great things.
Not by
about
coincidence. It's by design that we're there. It's not by coincidence. By design we're there. Shout out to them. Shout out to their staff, their coaches, the coaching staff, the teaching staff, all his friends at that school, all the parents that I deal with, and that's all I got to say. I didn't say what I had to say.
What would be the piece of advice though that you would give to the young man aspiring to be the next big thing when it comes to wrestling?
Whatever you do, be consistent. Don't half it. I mean, you got short road, you got long road. You got rough road, you got smooth road. Which one you choose is going to determine what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. That short road, smooth road, it's a cool road, man. You can get to where you're going fast, but you don't have the results you're looking for.
Yeah.
You're not going to be that dude you're looking to be. Take that rough road, that long route. You're going to have to pull over so every now and then, take some rest, reevaluate, get your mind right. But you get back up on that road. You keep on going. At the end, it's greatness.
Yes, sir. I do have one more question for you. Can you put the belt on your shoulder and just act like you're sitting there just so I can make the thumbnail out of that so they can see it on the camera? But what would it look like if you were to get on the mat with this young man right then and there?
I don't fool with it. No. I don't fool with it. I'm telling you the honest goodness truth. My other son used to say this. When he was, but I always have to understand I'm younger then. Mm-hmm. He used to always tell me when I get 18, shout out to my son, Coji Campbell Jr., who lives in Vero Beach, Florida. He flew down this weekend. Another great supporter, another great financial and mental supporter of what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Told me to get 18. He said senior year he'd be able to jump on me.
No way.
Senior year, after the season was done, we went into the high school. And how quick you tell you I pinned it?
Like
you pinned him?
Seconds, right?
How many?
Like 30 seconds, right?
Nah, you pinned him.
Pinned him in 30 seconds.
Nah.
Yeah.
So me personally right now, at my age, how I'm feeling, do I wrestle with you?
No.
No.
I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do, man. I ain't got time to be laying down feeling like that.
Oh, come on.
If this boy grabbed you around your neck, it's going to feel like a grown man grabbing you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't want that.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I don't want that. I don't like that physical feeling no more. I don't want to fight.
Oh, my gosh.
All I want to do is, man, listen, I like to fish.
Yeah.
So when the wrestling is done, I get a little breather off in there, I'm fishing. This weekend,
I be seeing you with the.
I'm going to.
I see you.
We're in Kentucky this weekend fishing.
Yeah.
This weekend coming up. This weekend we are in Kentucky catfishing.
I even be seeing you frying them and all that too. I'm like, man, I'm sure gonna have to come grab me a plate one time, man. For real, for real.
You can't be uptight all your life, man.
Yes, sir. I see you.
I was uptight enough. I was a good uptight, but I was uptight enough when I was younger.
Yeah.
I just want to relax, man. Enjoy the second half of my life.
Yes, sir. That being said, we just wrapped up an amazing episode of Line for Line. I appreciate you, gentlemen, for having the time for us.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You calling or you listening, tune in every week. Line for line. Oh yeah, I'm going line for line.